Today's case is the legendary Mungyyeong Cross murder case. Summary of the case. The Mungyyeong Cross murder case was literally a case in 2011 when a man in his 50s found hanging from a cross on the ridge of Mount Dundeok in Mungyyeong. He died similarly like Jesus in Crucifixion, so it was a terrifying and strange incident in South Korea. The 8th ridge of Mount Dundeok was a stone mountain similar to Golgotha area where Jesus died, and it is said that it was a quarry in the past, and now the public were banned from entering for a while. The victim died with nails in his palms and nails in his ankles, a crown of thorns on his head, and a cut on his stomach. This appearance seems to be the result of an effort to perfectly reproduce the final image of Jesus. In addition, there were 2 other crosses besides the cross of Mr. Kim, which is similar scenario in the Bible. Most of all, there is a mirror attached to Mr. Kim's cross so that he can see himself as he is dying. In addition, various anatomical books, cross-shaped plans, etc. were found at the scene of the incident, and small hand drill straps such as electric drills were found. It was reported that the electric drill had flush in it at the beginning, so there was a suspicion of murder, but it turned out to be rusty, and a small hand drill was used to penetrate the nail. According to the National Forensic Service's announcement, suicidal thoughts are sufficient. This case ends in suicide. But can we really say this is a suicide? Is it possible to kill himself that way? He was sober and didn't take any painkillers to note. The witness, Mr. Ju. Mr. Ju, who owned a Christian cafe near Mount Dundeok, knows something about the incident. On the day when the incident was discovered, the beekeeper and a rich man visited Mr. Ju and asked if there was a good beekeeping place nearby. Mr. Ju told them that there are places with nice scenery, and strange is, he showed them a picture of Mr. Kim's dead body, which he was not embarrassed at all and displayed Mr. Kim's dead body in his cafe. His nickname is a Taoist term which is Shiheson, which means that when the body dies, the soul ascends to heaven like Jesus. It is said that Mr. Joe also works in a pseudo-religious organization and withdrew in 1999, and that the victim Kim also worked at a church like Mr. Joe in the 1990s. Mr. Joe claims that the two have similar activities, and Mr. Kim actually visited Joe's house before the incident and left such words, "If life is a spirit of Christ, I am Jesus," even though the body is different. Who is the victim, Mr. Kim? Mr. Kim is a taxi driver and have a calm personality. They had never imagined that he would die like that. Mr. Kim had 2 children, but suddenly Mr. Kim had to undergo a liver transplant from his son, 22 years old at the time. Unfortunately, his son died shortly after he had a liver surgical resection. This caused Mr. Kim a huge guilt and sadness, and relationship with his wife crashed, so he divorced and later became a pastor in Christian religion. After that, for some reason, Mr. Kim quits the pastoral job and worked as a taxi driver. He actually quit the taxi driver job before the incident, sold taxis, and sold his house. Mr. Kim is about to buy a new car for him. However, Mr. Kim asked a strange request from the car dealer. He asked that he would like to get the car from the factory. So when Mr. Kim got the car from the factory, he told the car dealer that he would use it for mountaineering. Also, the car dealer overheard him on the phone saying, "It's ready." However, investigators said Mr. Kim did not join any mountain club. What happened next is that he went to his younger brother and asked him to put a white towel on his new car. All of these procedures are in the Bible. Like Jesus rode a donkey on which no one was sitting and somebody laid a coat on the donkey. Since he could not ride a donkey, so he considered the car as a donkey and tried to imitate the scene. In addition, according to Mr. Kim's daughter, the handwriting of the cruciform plan found at the place of the incident was of Mr. Kim. This incident can be likened of that we have in Philippines during Holy Week's Station of the Cross, where in some places practices the actual crucifixion. In my thought, Mr. Kim somehow saw this video and inspired to execute his plans. If so, Mr. Kim should have studied this in various ways. In conclusion, it cannot be said that there is no possibility that Mr. Kim committed suicide or assisted suicide. However, it is honestly questionable whether it is possible to do it alone. Plus, Mr. Kim stabbed his stomach with a knife without hesitation. Mr. Kim's death is still mystery up to this day.